Hello everyone and welcome back to another Star Wars figure review. Got a really cool figure to give you a look at today, and that is none other than this one. This is of course Jyn Erso in Imperial ground crew disguise. This has got to be my favourite version of Jyn that's been released so far, and I'll talk about why that is in just a little bit. Before we take a look at this figure in more detail, let's take a quick look at the packaging that she comes in. Once again, we do get the standard Rogue One packaging for this figure that features the brand image of the Death Trooper in the corner. Got the Rogue One logo off to the side there, and just below that some very cool artwork of Jyn in action. On the front of the box you've got an image of the play feature that comes with the figure, and on the reverse side an advertisement for the Studio FX app and a brief description of the character. Now, despite limited screen time in this particular outfit, as I mentioned, this is my favourite 3 3/4 inch figure of Jyn to be released so far. I'm an absolute sucker for Imperial disguise characters, and this one is no exception. The ground crew is, in my opinion at least, one of the coolest trooper designs to come out of Rogue One, a Star Wars story. I absolutely love how reminiscent they are of the Death Star gunners from Episode 4, A New Hope. And obviously getting one of our core characters in a disguise like this is absolutely awesome. Hasbro have done a cracking job with this figure, despite it being a kit bash of previously released figures. The head underneath the helmet, I believe, is recycled from Jyn Erso in her Jedi outfit from Wave 2, and the rest of the figure, albeit the helmet, which is brand new, is completely recycled from the Imperial ground crew member. So, you know, it's not a totally brand new figure, but again, it's a cool look for the character. And obviously based on some of those initial trailers, it's one of Jyn's most iconic looks from the movie. The figure itself is really cool, despite only featuring 5 points of articulation. The accessories and overall execution of this one are really well done. As you can see right off the bat, you will see that she does come with a rather large, rather clunky missile launcher. This does look a little bit similar to the one used by Baze Malbus on Scarif to take down the AT-ACTs. But as you can see, it's a really cool design. You've got this sort of electro bolt missile that plugs into this thing, which looks very cool indeed. And like with the missile from the Baze Malbus and Stormtrooper 2 pack, this missile is made of a soft and rubbery plastic. The missile itself is activated via a flick fire feature, so you just give that a tap at the back and the missile will fire out. Obviously it's not 100% screen accurate, and it does look a little bit unconventional and impractical in the hands of Jyn, but if you remove the rocket launcher, you've got a really cool figure going on. Once again, as I mentioned in my ground crew figure review, I absolutely love the finish on the armour. As you can see, the helmet and the chest plate there have this really cool gloss black finish, which just make this one stand out. Looks really nice indeed. Again, you've got that really nice helmet design as well, very reminiscent of the the Death Star gunners from Episode 4, A New Hope. And then you've got this nice colour to the rest of the uniform. As you can see, you do have Jyn's fingerless gloves poking out of the sleeves there, and you've also got Jyn's brown boots as well, just to differentiate this one completely from the Imperial ground crew. In terms of other accessories, she does of course come with the marshaling wands, which can be plugged securely into the back, and in Jyn's case these do of course act as combat batons as well. Got the Imperial cog emblem on each shoulder, as well as a communications device on the forearm. In terms of articulation, she comes with a ball joint at the head, swivels at the shoulders and swivels at the hips, and of course, as I alluded to earlier in the review, the helmet itself can be removed to reveal Jyn's portrait underneath. Now, I'm really impressed with the helmet and the head sculpt underneath, as you can see. The helmet itself is actually made of this really soft, rubbery plastic, which may put some people off, but for me personally, I think this is really good because it creates a nice snug fit over the head, and as you can see, it looks nice and natural. You know, at first glance, doesn't even look like the helmet would be removable, so that's how well it fits. The only thing that disappoints me about this figure is the fact that you don't have the open visor. Obviously we saw that scene in the movie where Jyn stands alongside K2SO and Cassian, who is also in Imperial disguise, and she's got the visor up on the helmet so you can see her eyes through it. that would have been a really cool feature to have included. But for you customizers out there, I'm sure that's not going to be difficult to do. As I mentioned, once you take the helmet off, the head sculpt underneath is really nice. A decent likeness to Felicity Jones, who is of course the actress who plays Jyn in the film. And overall, this is just a really nice figure. I'm a huge fan of it. It is part of wave 3 of the 3 3/4 inch Rogue One line, and at the moment this one is popping up all over the place. It's available online and at high street retailers such as Asda, Tesco's and other stores. So a really cool figure, highly recommended if you are sort of a variant chaser, or even if you're into Imperial disguise characters like I am. This is a great addition to the collection, and again, based on some of those initial trailers we got for the film, this creates a really iconic look for Jyn as a character. So I highly recommend this one. It's an absolutely great figure. I can't say enough good things about it. So I hope you've enjoyed having a look at this one. I'll be back with some more 3 3/4 inch action figure reviews for you very soon. So until then, as always, thank you for watching, keep collecting, and may the force be with you.